What is going on, fellas? We are back a little bit longer than expected, but I think this is probably going to be the new upload time from now on Wednesdays is what I'm aiming for. The weekend was a little bit packed or busy for me with the baby, and then the week prior was busier with work and school, so I don't think I had enough time, or I didn't have enough time to record a video. But I think moving into Wednesdays probably a little bit better, because then at least I have those 2 days, Monday and Tuesday, to record a video just in case the weekends are packed for me. So just a little heads up for you guys. Happy Easter for anybody I haven't seen or talked to since. And with that being said, we are back to talking about boot camp. We are now on week 2 of boot camp, but training week 1 of boot camp, still in phase 1. If you guys don't know how boot camp is structured, it's structured into 3 different phases. Phase 1, 2, and 3. Each week has a title. I think each week, in terms of like how they structure it, has a title. So like, for example, receiving week, grass week, which is the week that you prior to range week, where you go shoot and qualify with your rifle. Week 2 or training week 1, I don't know that it has an official name. I don't see one on the Marine Corps boot camp calendar, which is you can find online. You can find on the Marine Corps website if you need to. But it's just week 1 and training week 1 and week 2 of boot camp and phase 1, so it's not too crazy. You still are kind of getting introduced to a lot of things. Just starting off with the very first day of the week, which they go by training day 1, training day 2. This is actually not training day 1. This would be F4, which I don't know what they have, what they signify F is, but just so you guys know, the first 4 days after receiving week are F1 to F4, and then right after F4 it's training day 1 and all the way up to training day 40 something, whatever it is, right? So Monday of the first week after receiving week, you still have some looks like some admin stuff to take care of. So you're getting your M16 issued to you, which is pretty important in terms of shooting, of course, and going to the range and everything, but you don't do that until later on. So really, your M16 is most important to you as a, not to be an ass. I don't think I'm being an ass. It's your M16 is going to be a prop for your marching, which you're going to be doing every day. You won't have to worry about shooting it for a few weeks now. So you're just making sure that it's clean. You take it out every day when you march to chow, when you go train at any obstacle course, or you do any, I don't think you're doing any field work, any field training for a little bit. Actually, yeah, you do a bayonet assault course the next week. But for the little bit that you have your rifle for this week, I don't think you're doing much with it. Maybe just marching from place to place, so not anything too serious with that. You just get it issued to you. Intro to circuit course, don't think we did that when I was in, or if we did, it's probably a very small PT course that you guys do. The day after that, which is actually now training day 1, you do McMap and haircuts. And if you didn't see the video that I posted before this, I'll link it somewhere up top or below. It's going over all of the McMap stuff that you need to know for your entire Marine Corps career. Go through all the belts, go through how I personally think about it, but what I personally think about it, like how I feel about it, how important it is, and how effective I think it would be. Just to give you a quick rundown as for what you need to know for boot camp, you're basically going to be training McMap for 20 to 30 hours about, and at the end of it you get your tan belt, which is the very first belt. It's not like you start off with no belt like in some other martial arts. Like, you don't start off as a white belt. You start off as not having a belt at all, and you're walking around with like a regular, I think a service uniform belt is what you're wearing for the first few weeks, and then you get your tan belt in McMap. And then what you learn as far as tan belts, it really is just how to strike, how to fall, a lot of how to fall, how to eye gouge, you do some bayonet work with your rifle. It's not too serious. You do some like rear naked chokes, very simple stuff. If you've gone to like an MMA gym or done jujitsu, it's probably pretty simple or pretty basic. You could probably find a YouTube video and get as much information. As far as training day 2, looks like you're doing so I just opened up another calendar for Marine Corps boot camp just to kind of make sure I've got what's going on correctly. Same thing over here. For training day 2, it's looking like a lot of PT that day and some classes, nothing too serious. You also have like a chief, not chief, I think it's just COD, maybe class of the day or something. So doing some classes for the day, which is pretty normal. On one of the calendars that I see over here, it says 4 by 12 minute intervals. So some kind of new P exercise. I know by the time I was leaving the Marine Corps was really getting into, I mean, maybe it was just my platoon commander. They were getting into like hit workouts, so maybe this is what they're kind of looking at for training day 3. TCCC. So this is gonna be tactical casualty or tactical combat casualty care. I had to get that off the internet because I don't know what the hell that stands for, but we did learn it just the same as you will learn it. It's just combat lifesaver. Basically, you learn how to give CPR, how to find the third rib to poke a needle in, just in case somebody has like a collapsed lung. You learn how to pack gauze in a bullet wound, things like that. You also have PT this day. Again, these things aren't too exciting, I know, but this is just kind of what's going on day to day in week 2 of boot camp. So training week 1. And also you got to remember these are like the main things that you're doing, or the main events that you have planned for the day. You also will always you wake up at 5 in the morning or 4 in the morning, you go to chow, you go do drill, you go PT, and then you have these events also planned throughout your day. So like your day is still pretty long. Just because these are what's on the schedule doesn't mean this is the only thing you're doing. You're still doing a lot more. Now for training day 4, you have actually a little bit more, something a little bit funner. You have the O course, which I think it's a little bit fun since it's kind of like a competition between you and the person you're going against and the other platoons, depending on how they score it. If you just want to score it, I think sometimes when we did the old course, we would do like a little competition between the other platoons, so could be a little bit of fun. You also do immunizations here, which could be shots or could be some kind of admin paperwork. I don't know. I'm pretty sure we did all of our shots in receiving week, but I could be wrong because you get like 10-15 shots, maybe not 15, but like probably like 8 or 10 or something. It's a lot of shots. And then the day after that, which is training day 5, another TCCC course. TCCC2 is what they called it. And it looks like that's the only thing on the docket that day. But again, more combat lifesaver classes. I'd assume you probably PT that day. You did drill. Drill is, for anybody that doesn't know, it's just marching and just practicing. And then you end off the day on Sunday, which is going to be religious services or just square away time. If you don't want to go to church, you get to stay back to the back at the barracks and just kind of do your own thing, supposedly, but usually I feel like you get fucked with, so it's kind of better off to just go to church. Another thing to mention, between that thing on the training day 1, you also get haircuts. You do have like a time where you go get haircuts. You go to like to the store on base that you're allowed to go to, but you kind of do these little errands. Obviously you just march there with your drill instructor, but you do these little errands for things you might need, like maybe toothpaste or a toothbrush or a washcloth or something. Small things. It's not like you can buy much, but it's like small things you do. Besides that, your days are probably just going to consist of a lot of PT and a lot of classes and then a lot of drilling. This is going to be most of boot camp. You will have like your bigger events throughout the day. Like if you're doing a PTFT is going to be like the main physical fitness test that the Marine Corps does. They also have a CFT, which is I don't want to say the second most important one, because I feel like you do both of them once a year and you get bitched out if you do bad on either of them. But the PFT is the 3 mile with 20 pull-ups and 100 sit-ups is a perfect score. So a perfect score would be, I think, under 20 minutes or maybe 18 minutes for the 3 mile, but 20 pull-ups is a perfect score, and then 100 sit-ups. Usually if you're doing 100 sit-ups, everybody can get 100 if you catch my drift, as long as your partner that's counting is cool. Even the drill instructors will actually kind of be mad at your partner if you end up with a 95. Like, just give your buddy 100. It's all good. The CFT, that is a different physical fitness test. You do that for some reason. I feel like I do PFTs in the summer and CFTs in the winter, or at least in the fall. And CFTs are done in boots and utes, which are boots and utilities. So in your boots and camis, just not your blouse, which is the shirt that goes over your shirt, you know, the button up. So you do, that's a physical fitness test in that. He is just in shorts and a shirt, or green on green. CFT, you do, so I got it right in front of me just so you guys know. It's an annual high intensity evaluation of battlefield readiness, assessing functional anaerobic capacity, conducted in military utility uniforms. It consists of 3 events: an 880-yard movement to contact sprint, a 2-minute 30-pound ammo can lift. So you just grab a 30-pound ammo can and then just do as many presses with as you can over your head, or just like right above you. So think of like a chest press, and you're just going up, kind of like if you're doing maybe shoulders or upper chest. Just push up. It's 30 pounds. I think you have to get like 100 is like a perfect score, maybe. And then 300-yard maneuver under fire course. And this is kind of like a circuit course, I guess, or you do different events from one cone to another cone, which is about it's 300 yards in front of you. You sprint up with the two ammo cans at your side. You like step them down, you crawl, you do some other thing, then you do the same thing. You sprint back. It's like a whole course that you do. It's under 300 yards, but you just have to do different movements and sprints back. It's honestly pretty exhausting. But you do those twice a year, and I think you do them at least from what I remember in the first week of or the first training week of boot camp, or the second week. So this week you should be doing these. But guys, besides that, that is it for training week 2. Nothing too crazy, mostly just doing classes, still getting kind of set up for the rest of the boot camp. But not too fun right now, but I'm sure for the guys over there, they're having lots of fun. All right, guys, that's it for the video. If you guys like the video, make sure to hit that like button, and if you're not subbed, hit that sub. I will catch you in the next one. Peace.